They do not wear blood, eat food and not communicate quickly, rely solely on words, knowing that they are ordinary human beings, but do not dare to speak, routinely. Life is left to be lost when everything is done, in fear of embarrassment. This day, however, is unexpected. Paternity with son, a white cooker was encountered on a halfway basis, and he was accompanied by an old body to look at his painful situation, apparently not to kill him. The father seems to have had to guess what the other side is to do, busy, not to be born in old minds, but to see what is odd to death, he has been allowed to do with the old age. Life lost hope and determined not to stop dogs. 5 officers distorted the formation of a mission and exhausted all their voices. Paternity, theft of son. The leg is running, with a lot of trees, followed by the strangling of the son, and not giving him a voice. Having returned, one of the odds, the 4-year-olds, the father's behavior allows them to flee together, but the mother alone is left behind. That is not the case. He was shattered with 8 months of life, and he was forced to live with pain, thrown to the basement, without a media and battery. One of the guests is on the ground. She cherished, but could not be produced because birth would be induced. But this is the advent of unspeakable odds, but of time. Having passed on to God, he has been forced to remain in a state of pain, upstows, and hits. The house is then opened with warning lights. He has just been prepared to access the internet, and a strange of odds appears on the floor, and he then went into hiding, adjusted themselves, breathing remains calm. He goes on to show restraint in the minds of the bereaved, to be placed in the middle corner, to sit in one place, and to look forward to it. It is not to find itself. The more feared, however, the more what the odds have been, and it is a step that he is not waiting until he is close to himself. He can only be forced to work on his hands, depending on his or her origin. His confidence was in penis, sudden odds were attracted to the past, he seized the opportunity to run. The stone was inserted, followed by ablution. The Holy See, in the absence of any assistance, even if the state is audited, will be embarrassed. The past. Necessity, the father and the father were forced to return. A warning light in the vicinity of the house, the father knows that the situation is not good and is forced to bring his son together. The syringes are staggered for Maze, leaving for themselves. The wife, son walk to Maze to find a pre-positioned smoke, igniting. Smoking, then cigarettes, pauses, etc. Families. Fortunately, the wife has not yet succeeded in living with 1, 2 of whom are in close contact to celebrate this death. However, in the son of Maze, who is smoked, needs to be humiliated.